Hey everybody, my name is Aubree Danielle and welcome back to Cake and Company, the show where cake meets conversation. Today I'm super excited for today's guest. He is an absolutely phenomenal artist and a very good friend of mine. Our conversations are always filled with so much intention and so much purpose, so I think it's going to be a really great episode today. Please help me welcome Shaylen Nelson. Okay, Shaylen, I'm really excited to have you here today.
Same.
We are about to get started. So in front of us, I have some chocolate cakes.
Okay.
I know you mentioned you love chocolate.
Love chocolate.
Which I'm excited about because nobody ever asked me for chocolate.
That's kind of surprising to me.
I know, it's crazy. I'm a chocolate lover, so I'm excited for this. And we're gonna be doing some chocolate salted caramel cakes today.
Sounds amazing.
So I'm gonna have you get started by just unwrapping your cake here.
Alrighty.
And then we can get into the convo in just a second.
Cool. Just trying to follow your lead right here.
So unwrap it
Alright.
and then just set that aside.
Got you.
And then you have some napkins here if you need them.
Thanks.
Here, I can take that.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Alright, these are beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we're gonna start by filling up our cakes.
Okay.
And while we fill in the middle layer of our cake, I'm gonna start by asking you to just introduce yourself a little bit. Tell me who you are, where you come from, where things started for you.
Okay,
So you go
cool.
ahead.
Alright, so do I first pick this up too?
So you can chat and then I'm gonna
Okay.
put some buttercream on my cake.
Got you.
And put some on yours as
See,
well.
I didn't even know that was buttercream. I didn't know if it was whipped cream,
You're
buttercream.
good, you're good.
I'm in uncharted territories
You're
right
good.
now. Okay, cool. So Shaylen Nelson. I was born and raised out in Los Angeles, California. I identify as an interdisciplinary artist, so I do a lot of different things, from doing paintings to poetry. I'm a performance artist. And I just love to express myself in artistic ways. So
I love that.
Thank
So
you.
you can go ahead and grab your spatula.
Cool.
And
Okay.
we're just gonna start spreading this little middle layer out a little bit.
Got you.
So, art with you. I want to know where it started. Take me back to the beginning. I'm sure you started young.
Yes,
Right? I'm sure it was
yeah.
just part of you. So I want to know what that was like for you. Did you naturally just pick it up, or you had inspiration?
I feel like it was a little bit of both. I think I naturally had an inclination to draw, to, do doodles and cartoons. At first, I would draw, little cartoon characters like SpongeBob or Courage the Cowardly Dog, because I was heavily influenced by cartoons growing up. But I would really say it was my grandmother, my dad's mom, who really pushed me to pursue art. She was, she would get me like sketchbooks, she would get me coloring pencils, everything in between. She would take me to art museums. And I think that was a thing that really just really put the artistry into me as a little kid.
Yeah, we have that in common. My grandma as well was, and probably one of the biggest inspirations to me. She was a hairstylist actually, but all of my art and artistic value, I feel like, comes from her, then passed down to my mom, and then passed down to me. Are there any artists in your family, or?
So I'm the only visual artist. I would say my mom is a culinary artist though. My mom, she loves to cook, and it's just funny because I am like the opposite in terms of being skilled at cooking. I don't cook that well or too often, but my mom, she really is in the kitchen all the time, and she even went to culinary school too. So she's a little mad that I don't know a lot of her recipes. But besides culinary arts, like, I'm the only visual artist in my family.
Got it. Me too. What I'm gonna have you do is
Okay.
make a little well in the center, just because we have some filling here. I don't want it to spill out.
Okay. And how is this okay? Is this level?
Oh yeah, you're doing good. You're doing
Okay.
good. This is just the middle. It doesn't really matter what it looks like.
Got
We're just
you.
getting it all even. But no one else in my family bakes either. People ask me that all the time. They're like, where'd you get your inspiration from? I'm like, no, not nobody, just myself. I don't know how I
Came from the
picked this up.
source.
And so I know for me, I definitely have like pivotal moments in my childhood that I can think of when it comes to like what baking means to me, And it's like I can think back, and it was at that exact moment where I knew it's what I was going to do. And so while you are putting your caramel sauce in the middle, I would love to know what were some of those moments for you. You can go ahead and set that down.
Yeah. Can I put it like right here?
Oh yeah, you can set it anywhere. It's a messy process.
Okay,
so don't even worry about it.
Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing.
You're good. So you've never decorated any type of cake
before? Never in my life have I done this.
Okay, so you can just take a little bit and put some in the middle. Not too much because we don't want it to spill out.
Got you. Okay.
So just kind of going back to that question.
Okay.
Can you tell me kind of like what that moment was for you growing up where you felt like, oh yeah, this is it for me?
I think for me, it was funny enough. It was when I was in high school, and I actually wanted to major in astrophysics.
Astrophysics?
Yeah, complete total opposite of art. And because I was really into science as a kid. I was really into science, into like how the world works. I was really into astronomy, and I love the ideas of like quasars and black holes and learning how those things worked and understanding like the physics behind it. And so I took a physics class in high school, and that was like just conceptual physics. I'm open
yes,
to.
You can grab this
one. Yeah, so that was conceptual physics, and then I went into AP Physics the next year, and that was literally just like all math. And I'm not the best at math, and I struggled in that class. And I knew that I could have gotten better at it, but I realized I was like, okay, I don't really even have the motivation to get better at this. And I was like, well, what do I have the motivation to get better at? And I looked at my sketchbooks, and I was like, well, I do love art. I love expressing my ideas through art, and I think I want to really pursue that a little bit more.
Got it. So you can go ahead and lay this down here.
Okay. Does it even see? I'm like a perfectionist.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm like making sure.
Just like that.
Cool.
So you were talking a little bit about passion and having passion for art. One thing that I always like to ask people, if there's anything in their childhood that kind of like foreshadowed their career. Like for me, for example, when I think about like my favorite shows and things like that, it was always things to do with cooking or like episodes of shows. Like there was this, I think like a Dora episode where she was like making chocolate and stuff, and that was like my favorite episode. And so I want to know, is there anything in your childhood that kind of like foreshadowed your future career?
Man, that's a really good question. I would honestly say, to be honest, I think cartoons was the thing that foreshadowed, I think, my career within the arts. I was always a huge fan of movies and cartoons, and I feel like a lot of my personality is based off of cartoons and like, specific quotes from cartoons. And so I think just my love for cartoons influenced that first step into diving into drawing, because I would only draw my favorite cartoon characters. I would draw SpongeBob, draw, all these different characters. And I, when I did go into art, I actually wanted to first do animation. So I went into that to go into doing cartoons and doing like Pixar films and that sort of thing. So I would say at the very early age, it would have to be cartoons that really got me into doing it, and all kinds of them. So,
got you. That's funny that you mentioned that. So the reason I chose these heart cakes today is because I noticed you have these like heart cartoons, right? Like I was stalking your Instagram, and I was like, oh my gosh, that would be perfect. So could you tell me a little bit about that and where the inspiration came from?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I would say as an artist, I do wear my heart on my sleeve. And with that comes, I think, being vulnerable with my emotions. And so, of course, I think as humans, we naturally have good experiences with love and sometimes bad experiences with love. And to kind of lessen the blow of the very painful experiences, I thought it's kind of cool to maybe, display love in a very playful, funny, cartoonish way, right? So although some of my characters may show heartbreak or like them getting, their hearts broken or whatever like that, it's showing it in a very, comedic way through the use of a cartoon or an art piece like that. So if someone's going through that, type of experience, they can relate to it, but at the same time, they're able to kind of like deal with those emotions in a more healthy way, I think, by looking at that very nice image of a cartoon. Yeah, of a cartoon. Yeah.
Got it. I love that. I love your, little sketches and designs and stuff. And I mean, you are so insanely talented on both ends when it comes to sketching and then, full blown portraits.
Thank you.
So we can get into that a little bit more in a little bit. But for now, I'm going to have us get started on our crumb coats.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you...
What's a crumb coat?
So a crumb coat is a coat of buttercream that locks in the crumbs.
Okay, cool.
So it's kind
sounds simple enough.
Right, it's exactly what it sounds like. So I'm going to give you some of this buttercream. And then you can take your spatula and start spreading that around. Okay. What I'm going to have you do actually is take some of it and then on the side some of my caramel spilling out. So I'm going to have you you can see how I'm like filling in that gap there?
Yeah, got you.
So I'm going to have you take some off the top and fill in the gap just a little bit.
Okay, for sure. Take some off the top and fill in. See, and I also feel like I'm doing like what my grandfather used to do, because he used to build houses. And he was a contractor, and I worked with him for a summer, so I had to do a lot of like, work using putty, and like filling in gaps in, like walls and stuff. So that kind of feels reminiscent of that too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just trying to pull everything I know to try to get this done.
Yeah, no, I love that you mentioned that. I feel like in a lot of, contracting isn't necessarily like an artistic field, but in a lot of fields we can pull like inspiration from other places, So I'd love to know, where do you pull inspiration from in your designs?
Yeah, I feel like I love to pull inspiration just from Black culture itself. I feel like Black culture is a huge influence in my life, and I think just in the world in general. And I relate to it just being a person of the community too. And I love to, I think showcase ourselves in a medium that we're not normally showcased in. I feel like for, hundreds of years, there's been oil paintings of a lot of historical figures and a lot of like prominent people, but Black people were always there too.
Right,
but
we
just weren't showcased, So I was like, I kind of wanted to take back that power and be able to have a showcase in the same kind of medium, telling our stories. Mm-hmm.
I love that so much. If I could showcase Black culture in cake decorating, I would, but I can't really do that. I kind of can maybe when it comes to like different recipes or, inspired by Black artists. There's always a way to do it.
You yourself are being that history
creating
right
Black
now.
History,
yeah,
right?
You're creating that history right now.
I love that you just said that. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
You're right. I would love for maybe I'm inspiring a future generation.
Oh yeah.
Through what I'm doing,
I'm sure a lot of young Black kids are looking at you right now, and they're seeing all the great stuff you're doing.
Thanks. I sure hope so. So I would love to know as well. Where I met you actually was at Black Market Flea.
Yes.
And I would go all the time, and I love that space. It is just such a healthy space for Black joy and Black love and all of that. And you've done different markets like over the years.
Yes.
So I would love to know how that's impacted your career. Getting to speak to your community. Yeah. And having something up front, as well as like some of your what was the word? I can't think of. Performance art. Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it keeps slipping my mind. You've done like some performance art pieces. There. So in just a second, I'm gonna have you answer. But before that, what I need you to do is scrape back a little bit more of your buttercream. So see how mine is really thin right here?
That's your way of saying that mine looks really, really atrocious.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just trying to help you out. I'm trying to help the process out a little bit.
I appreciate the help. Is that good?
And you can even here, I'm gonna help you here. You can take some more off the top.
Okay.
Because it's just not necessary, it's just you only need a little bit.
Okay.
So you can take this, I'm gonna put it back on the side, and then you can kind of push it in just like that.
You have like the finesse. Like that's
Thank you.
Years of experience, I see.
A lot of years, right?
Yeah.
So as you're doing that, I'd love to know how doing markets and connecting with your community has, helped your artists, your art. Yeah,
I feel like that was really something that truly elevated my, I think my step into the art world, because, at the Black Market Flea, at Lowe's Felice Flea, at 562 Flea, at the Melrose Trading Post, all those, places you never know who you're going to meet. And you never know who might be an art gallery director or an art curator or a gallery owner.
Right.
And I've gotten, I feel like less of like sales, but like I think more importantly, it's like those, physical connections with people and getting to like meet them in person and talk to them And that's what's given me like the most kinds of opportunities, I think, in my art career, because I've gotten to do other events with those people that I meet at those markets and stuff. I get to showcase my performance art on a very like intimate scale right in front of people too, that you can't usually do all the time. So I feel like at least like, the small Black arts community in LA has gotten to know who I am, which I'm really grateful for.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would have been as I don't think I would have been as prominent in the art scene if it wasn't for the Black Market Flea and other cool markets allowing me to be in those spaces.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you never know who you're gonna meet.
Yeah.
We met. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, look at that.
And then here we are now
here we
working
are.
together. Yeah, exactly. So I love that too. I wanted to do a pop-up of my own there, but it didn't end up working out. But I love that so much. I love how intentional you are about like the work that you do, and everything, especially when it comes to Black people. And so I'd love to know, how do you hope your art influences perceptions of Black culture?
And I hope that my art can really at least have us. I feel like that's a really, really good question.
It's okay, you can think about it for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know my answer. I just really hope it expands people's perception on what it means to be Black, right? And even the term or the label Black, is that even the term that we want to associate for ourselves personally, right? I often say that, throughout history, we've always changed our labels from Negro to Afro-American to African-American to Black. And though Black is the most popular today, will we still be saying Black 300 or 400 years from now? And so it's just because of pattern, it seems like it's going to change, right? So is it so far-fetched to think that we may resonate with a different term? So I love to try to like expand people's, just offering that idea to people that maybe they've never heard of that before, and just really just showcasing Blackness in different perspectives and through different lenses that we may have never looked at it from before.
Yeah.
So
I love that. I love that so much. Like I mentioned in the intro, like I feel like our conversations are always filled with so much intention, and I love that so much. I always gain so much from when I'm talking to you,
Thank you.
Yeah. Before we move on to the next step, I'm gonna have us go ahead and start icing our final layer.
Okay.
So
yours looks so nice, by the way.
Thank you. It's okay. We're gonna get there. This is the messy layer, and then we're about to make it pretty. So.
All right. And we take our other one.
Yes, you can take your large offset spatula.
Okay.
And then take some and put it on the top just like this.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so while you're doing that, wanted to ask you about this. I saw that you were asked to. I did, yeah. So you're gonna kind of like dump it on a little bit more. You're not really spreading it yet. No, you're good. You're good. I promise. You're doing great. So do like one more big plop.
I'm trusting you right now.
Okay, I got you. I promise.
I mean, I do trust you, but yeah.
And you can wipe your hands off.
Okay, yeah.
I know it got a little messy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Here, I can hold this.
Thank you.
So I saw you posted about how you were asked to do the portrait of George Floyd.
Yes.
For his family. Please tell me more about that because we all know how that impacted the world in 2020. So I'd love to know more.
Yeah, for sure. And thank you for even bringing that up too. I really do appreciate that. That was honestly, I think that has been like the most monumental, I think, achievement in my art career so far. Just getting the opportunity to do that. I was really honored that USC chose me to be able to do that. And it really came about through my friend Taylor. She just graduated from USC getting her master's degree. And she's an amazing person. She's super just like hardworking in everything that she does. And she knows I'm an artist. And so she talked to one of the event directors at USC, and they were doing the Charlotta Bass Day event, which is where they were going to bring on George Floyd's brother to talk on a panel.
Got it. And then is this the annual event that they've put on?
Yes,
Got it.
This is an annual event. And so for this year, their guest speaker was the family of George Floyd.
Got it.
And so they thought it would be really special to, have an artist depict, Felonious Floyd's brother, which is George Floyd. And, and so it was really powerful to be able to work with the family in preparation too, because they sent their own personal picture of George Floyd for me to depict for them.
Yeah.
And I thought that was even more, just heavy in terms of like the magnitude of what I was, going to do. Because if you look up pictures of George Floyd, you don't really see too many different pictures. And so the fact that they wanted to, give me a personal picture to depict of him, but not just him, but like his life and his legacy.
Yep.
They wanted it to be very, spiritually high, very reflective of like just how beautiful of a soul he was, and not really mourning on his death, you know. And so and so with that, I worked on the piece for about so just conceptually I worked on the piece for maybe like 2 or 3 months, and then I started doing the piece maybe like 2 weeks before the Charlotta Bass Day event, which was in February. And
you said you started working on the piece only 2 weeks before?
Yes,
okay.
2 weeks before. And then at the day of the event, that was where I finished everything off. And I gave like pictures of the whole process of everything, of me starting the piece. And I really wanted to, I just finished it off there and gift it to the family. And they were able to see it and they were really happy. And I was able to talk to them. So it was just a great, beautiful moment.
Got it. That's amazing. I remember seeing that. I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. And as Black people, we know how much that event impacted all of us.
Yes.
In 2020, I remember when that happened, I wrote a poem about it. And that's one way that I like to express myself, just when I'm feeling so like overwhelmed with emotion. And I feel like there's no other way to express it. I just got to get it out. And so I wrote a poem. I posted it on Instagram just like on a whim, just because I wanted to share, and it blew up. And it was crazy. It was like I was getting messages from people that were saying, like white people saying, I get it now. Like because of this, I get it. That was super impactful for me. And I know you write poetry as well.
Yes.
And so I would love to know I would love to know more about it. How did that start for you? Have you always been into poetry? Just how do you feel about it?
Yeah, so I feel like whenever I think back to when I first got into poetry, we're using spatula now.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
You can grab yours. If you, okay.
Okay,
You're gonna need a little bit more.
For sure.
And then you can go ahead and grab your spatula.
Got you. Okay.
I can help you out a little bit while you're speking if you want.
Yeah, please.
Okay. No problem.
You. I think what it is like I'm treating this like it's like an artist's palette knife. And it's not. It's not at all. Like the way that I'm finessing this is not how it's supposed to do with cakes. But in terms of poetry though, I feel like I attribute that to one of my favorite teachers from high school. Her name is Miss Wieston, and she was my AP English teacher. And one thing we would do is we would do this thing called 4-bar Fridays. And so we would freestyle and rap on Fridays, in inter class. And I thought that really got me into doing wordplay a lot more, really got me conscious on words and the impact that it has on their audience. Right. And from doing that, that got me into doing poetry a little bit more. And I think on top of that, just going to college, going to UC San Diego during COVID, made a lot of just self-reflective time for me. And, I was just sitting in my dorm room by myself, taking these, really boring college courses. And I had nothing else to do but just to think about, my own emotions, my identity, that sort of thing. And and I think I just kind of let it out through poetry in that way.
Got it. I love that. So pause for a second.
Yeah.
When you do this, I want you to use really light pressure. Okay?
Got you.
So instead of like the other time when we were kind of like scraping more off and pushing it in, super light pressure and just kind of going around really lightly. You can see I'm barely getting any buttercream on my
Got
paper.
you. Okay.
But yeah, no, I totally get that. I feel like some of the most important work oftentimes just comes out of boredom. Yes. And just comes out of, just needing something to do and fill the space. So I love that so much. I love how I feel like everything you do, it is art in one way or another. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like even down to little things. And I love that because it's just like a part of you, Thank you. So yeah, you're welcome.
I do feel like art is a part of my identity. I feel like honestly, it's just another kind of language that I speak nowadays. And sometimes I can, gather my thoughts and my emotions better through an art piece than I can just say it, vocally with my words.
Mm-hmm. I love that. How, can you tell me like about maybe some specific art pieces where you felt like you were able to kind of like share a deeper story, but through art?
Yeah, for sure. So I think one of the most recent ones that I did about that was of, unfortunately, like this. I was in a talking stage with somebody, and
I was like, where are we going with this?
And it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I never really got closure on the situation. And so, as an artist, sometimes I do pieces knowing that it may have the potential to impact my audience.
Yeah.
But for this piece that I did it solely for my own sake. Mm-hmm. And I did it, not caring if people would get it. I did it with just, with the focus of knowing that, okay, I want to just release this energy for me. And so I was putting, just maybe like colors in there that I only kind of, knew what the meaning was about. I, put on, certain reference pictures in there that no one else has really seen before. Mm-hmm. And that was something that really was a release for me to just, do that for my own sake and my own emotions.
That's amazing. You were saying like you put like certain colors that no one else like.
Yeah.
Can you like expand on that a little bit?
For sure. I mean, it's pretty basic when I say it, but it's like I put blue and yellow in there, and I mean.
Was that like her favorite color or something?
She went to UCLA, so that was about it.
Wait,
she just went to UCLA. No, yeah. I mean, now we know where she went to.
I swear on my life, I'm not laughing at you.
Yeah.
That's just not what I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Okay.
No, you were thinking like, yellow symbolizes
I don't know, just like growth,
energy and growth, but blue symbolizes sadness. No, she went to UCLA. She went to UCLA.
That is so funny. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta like regroup, but that just threw me so off. I just did not think that's what you were about to say just now. Well, other than maybe just her going to UCLA, can you tell me about any other specific piece or parts of the art piece that, maybe, you don't have to talk about like her specifically, but just where you like got that inspiration from, and then the way you presented that like on canvas?
Yeah, for sure. So I think another aspect of it was the rain. So I added a lot of raindrops in the top right corner of the scene. And I think that kind of like emphasized my own shedding of tears on the situation a little bit. And in addition, I didn't have rain on the other side of the canvas. And I think that kind of showed like it fluctuates. Like, your emotions can fluctuate. And though you may be good one day, your emotions can hit you like a truck the next day. And you just randomly think about this person. And it's like, dang, I was having a great day up until this point.
Right.
And, sometimes it just goes that way, you know. And so I did that within my piece. One thing that a person emphasized that I didn't even realize about the painting was that I depicted her with her ring finger kind of pointed up like this a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't really think anything of it too much, but it was funny because the person that pointed it out, they were like, oh, like, they interpreted my piece as, oh, like, it didn't work out with y'all, and she's happy because she's still, putting up her ring finger, like she's still single because she didn't have a ring on it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I didn't even think about that. Mm-hmm. But, now that even like, made me think about my own piece in a different way. So,
I think that's cool. I think even sometimes just like when you're flowing like that, people can get different interpretations from it that like you didn't even pick up on or realize, kind of like you just said.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that. I feel kind of the same way. I mean, obviously, like with cake, it's just cake. I'm not like expressing my deepest, darkest emotions, but I try to put a lot of intention into it. Mm-hmm. I try to like put little things that like other people may not even notice or like whatever, but I notice it,
Yeah.
Are there like little details that you put in your pieces that you feel like you notice and it makes a big difference in the end result?
I think I do. I think one of the things that makes the biggest difference for me with my paintings is the sense of lighting. Mm-hmm. That's one thing that I think is so subtle but so crucial. I feel like lighting really adds an extra layer to the realism of a piece. Mm-hmm. And I don't say that as in like saying like, realistic pieces are the ones that look better or anything, but I think it adds a sense of just like it takes the artwork to like a different dimension. When you can convey lighting in a very real way, it kind of transports the audience into that realm a little bit more,
right?
into the space a little bit better, because they can relate to it. They see the lighting and it's not weird or awkward or whatever. And within that, they can kind of like organically relate to it, you know? And I love to emphasize that within my work a lot.
Yeah, that's so cool. And I mean, yeah, that's not necessarily something I would have noticed, you know, specifically about the lighting, but I might say like, oh, this feels this way.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there was a specific reason you did that so that I had that feeling in the end,
Yeah.
whether I knew it or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Think, yeah, that's really, really cool.
You knew it like subconsciously.
Exactly. Yeah, that's super cool. Okay, well, your cake is...
How's my... You can be honest. You can be honest.
It's okay. We're going to add some decor. We're going to add some borders and things and make it pretty.
Yours looks fantastic.
Thank you. You know, I know what I'm doing a little bit. So.
Yeah. Clearly.
But no, yours is looking good. We're going to add some details to make it even better. We're now onto the fun part. We're going to start decorating, messing around with like some different piping techniques and all that. We're going to be doing like a vintage style of decorating.
I love vintage. Cool.
Yeah, me too. It's funny. It's crazy how like cake trends evolve over time. I would love to know how your art has evolved over time and how you see it evolving in the future.
Oh, that's a very good question. I feel like for my art, honestly, I feel like I started out as doing a lot of work that revolved around realism and just really trying to see where my skill level was in terms of kind of executing something like in that sort of sense. And I feel like now that I've kind of achieved that more or less, it's more going into like the conceptual aspects of art. And I feel like, you know, as we talked earlier about my performance art, it's a lot more conceptual than just depicting a very pretty looking painting, you know?
Right.
So I feel like my work is really going into like mixed media work, the performance work in front of public, in public spaces, and really trying to push the boundary on how I can convey really complex themes in unique ways.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'd love to know, like, art. We'll get to this in a second.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Slow
You can do
steady.
it. I promise. But I'd love to know, like, are there any specific mediums that you prefer? Like, literal physical mediums, like oil painting or whatever?
Yeah, it's really hard for me to say that now. If you were to ask me this maybe like 2 years ago, I would immediately say oil paint. Oil paint, it's really rich in terms of its color. It's easy to blend, really cool like that. The drawback, though, is that it takes a long time to dry. And going to my art show, which I know you were at, so thank you again for coming to support me at my art show. At my art show, I had about, I want to say like 4 paintings that I had to finish in the span of like 2 weeks. And
I was seeing on your Instagram, every night you were like rocking out.
I was grinding, yeah. And oil paint was not going to cut it. So I know I had to force myself to get better at acrylics. And so I was doing a lot of acrylic paintings, and through that process, I got really good at understanding how acrylics worked a little bit better. And so now I see the benefit of oil paints, I see the benefit of acrylics. I love doing my mixed media pieces with cotton balls, and I love doing my performance art. So I'm really tugged in each direction.
Yeah.
I would say though, as a whole, my performance art is something that has me stand out, to differentiate myself from any other artist I think out here, because very few people do it.
Right. It's not something I've seen before. Yeah,
and I'm thankful I was able to introduce that kind of medium to you. So I would say that performance art is my preferred medium, and I think that's the thing that I want to see myself go into for the future.
Got it. I love that. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do what I just did.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you hold this.
Okay.
And you are going to be, all the pressure is going to come from your hand.
Got you.
Pushing it down each time. So a lot of people, let me grab it.
Yeah.
Will do it and they'll grab it here, right? And then it's all coming out. You don't want to do that. You're going to push it all the way down.
Okay.
Twist, and then grab it just like that.
Got you.
So grab it, and then we're going to align the little piping tip up like this.
Okay.
And then you kind of saw how I was going back and forth, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to use all the pressure from the top of your hand.
Okay.
And then start piping.
Okay.
And then I kind of hold this for you.
Like that?
Yeah, just like that. You're doing it. It's funny, like, I feel like this vintage cake trend was never really, like, my thing. Sorry, you can keep going. I'm just chatting. It's not really, like, my preferred thing, but, you got to keep up with the trend. So I know how to do it. But I definitely prefer more, like, bigger and elaborate cake designs. Okay. You're doing good.
Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Is this a lot of people don't realize how difficult this is. So I'd love to know, like, how...
This part's kind of therapeutic for me.
It is, yeah.
I like the motion of it.
Yeah. How are you feeling so far, like, overall? Like, is it something you want to try again? Or?
Oh, for sure.
It.
I'm a perfectionist, so if I try something I know that I'm not gonna get, I will want to do it again until I know I feel confident in it a little bit more.
Right. So I'm gonna have you do the top as well. One thing I'm gonna help you with, since your heart is a little more
like
oval-ish,
yeah.
I'm gonna have you start at the top. So what you can do is start down, and it'll kind of force the heart shape.
Got you. Okay. So start here?
Yeah, so start there, and then kind of move along. Yep, perfect. You were just telling me a little bit ago about like everything that you do when it comes to performance art, or, you know, all these different things, and I feel like you do a little bit of everything. Every time I look on your Instagram, you're doing something else.
Yes.
From tattoos to, you know, paint to performance art and poetry. Like, how do you avoid burnout through all of that?
That's a very good question. Honestly, I know it's not me. I have a relationship with God, and I feel like I always try to call on Him whenever I feel weak and I just can't handle it anymore. Even if it's just to like get me through the day. Like, I don't ever try to like look too far ahead because I know it's going to be too overwhelming for me.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, Lord Jesus, like, please just help me get through today. You know, and sometimes like, that day would just be like, get through some emails, you know, but just with everything else that I have going on, it just seems like a lot. So something, you know, the plain and simple stuff is, you know, what I need help with as well. And so to avoid burnout, I just have to constantly, I think, just rely on God and just trust the process through that.
Yeah.
And I would say that allows me to be able to handle what I'm able to handle, because I know I'm not doing it. It's Him who's doing it.
Exactly. Yeah, I love that so much. Okay, so I'm gonna give you
this
amazing. Now. Thanks. I'm gonna give you this a try. I used a little bit too much, so hopefully you have enough, but I can refill the piping bag if I need to.
Okay.
But yes, I'm gonna give you that,
Cool.
and then it's pretty much a very similar technique to what we did last time, just back and forth, except, so you saw how on here you didn't like let go of pressure at all?
Yeah.
So this time around, you're gonna do it, let go pressure, do it, let go pressure. So that you have individual shells. This is called a shell border. So we're gonna start on the bottom, in the back.
Got you. So in case I mess up.
And that's what I do.
Yeah.
Because I'll be messing up too. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay. Pressure release.
Yes, but okay.
Okay.
So right now you're just doing little like dollops.
Yeah.
I want you to like pull back.
Got
like
you.
You see that like hand motion?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So. Yep. And you can take it slow. You don't have to like try to keep up. Okay. So do it. And then right now you still have like one long like line.
Yeah. So I have to like whip it up.
Right. So do it and then let go. Do it, let go.
Got you.
Yep.
Okay.
So try one more time.
Do it, let go. Do it, let go.
Yeah, it's okay. You know what? Keep
Yep.
doing it. Yep. We're getting there.
We're getting
It's
there.
okay. It's okay. We'll definitely have you back. So maybe by then.
I appreciate it. There we go.
Woo! Honestly, that's like the hardest part. It's a lot of repetitiveness, you know?
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna give you this smaller one to do what I did on the top.
Got you.
Just because
It's running low.
No, not necessarily. It's just because you made your heart a little bit smaller.
Yes.
The top is smaller than mine is.
Okay.
And so I think this one will fit a bit better.
Cool.
So I'm gonna give you this to do the same thing on the top.
All right. So
okay, you're holding it like it's like I don't know, something that's not how you're supposed to be doing it. So what I'm gonna have you do is do it, and instead of like doing like this, because now you can't see your work, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So you're gonna hold it underneath.
Got you. Okay. Like this.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you're going to and then I know. And then you're gonna go ahead. So you're gonna push out some buttercream.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna go with it. We're making a new technique. Mm-hmm. What are we naming this technique? Because it's not what I just did.
We're calling it
something.
The Shaylen style.
The Shaylen style, exactly.
Okay, wait. Tell me it one more time. The technique. Okay, so
push
And then I release the pressure and I pull it up.
Okay, let me try to show you.
Yeah. I'm determined now.
No, it's okay.
Like, I was determined before, but.
It's okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna we're gonna push down and then let go. Push, let go. Push, let go. See how I'm pulling back?
I understand.
And see how there's less pressure on the end? Because it kind of helps like release the pressure, and then that's how you make your kind of shell.
I get it.
Mm-hmm. And
this area is gonna be just like that.
You know what? I believe in you. You can do it. I chose this color scheme. I love like a monochromatic color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite ways to do cake design.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you. And so I thought it would be fun for us. So,
okay,
I'm gonna give that to you one more time.
All right, here we go.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Thanks. All right. Gotta see my work. Okay.
No, that's better. That's a lot better. I can't see, but you got it. No, literally, look, you got it. See?
Yeah. Thank you. I mean,
I'm not lying to you. I wouldn't lie to you. If it was bad, I'd be like, it's kind of bad, but okay. Perfect. And then just fill in that little spot right there.
Oh, right here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because you have one side we have Shaylen, right? And then on this other side we have Shaylen 2.0. So I'm going to have you finish it out with the 2.0. Yay!
Look at that.
You got it.
Okay, cool.
Perfect. Okay, then we're just going to do a little detail on the sides, and then we'll be all done.
Okay. I'm looking at mine.
You know what?
And I'm like, oh,
you know what?
Yeah.
The best part of the cake is eating it. Who cares what it looks like? Because it tastes good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It all goes down the same way.
So I would love to know, while we're doing this, because you do so many different mediums and so many different art styles and everything, how did you know, or what do you come back to at the end of the day? Like, what is your favorite?
Man, I'd say my favorite. My favorite would probably have to be painting, and I would have to say just it doesn't matter oil paint or acrylic paint, just painting in general. I feel I love just how meditative it is.
Yeah,
I could paint for 10 hours straight, nonstop, and I don't know, it just puts me like in a really nice trance. I feel like one time I was painting, and not to sound like cliche or anything, but it really felt like I was like Bob Ross. I understood in that like brief moment that I was painting, I was like, this is probably what he feels like all the time.
right.
And it just felt like I was just watching my hand do the work. And I was like, for the first time, I felt like it was just coming from the source, coming from God, and I was just being a vessel for his creativity. And when I got to experience that, I was like, this is what I know I need to do. You know, even though I said earlier, like performance art is something I want to get into more, like going back to like my roots within what I think is my purest expression within my artistry, I think it is painting. So,
Got it.
yeah.
I love that. Okay, so here you go. I'm going to have you do what we did on the sides here, or on the top here, but on the side. So the first time it was flat, this time it's going to be angled like this and going on the sides. See how I have the same technique here and here?
Yes.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Thank you.
You can do it here. Okay.
So first time it was flat.
We're going to start in the back.
Got you, as always.
Right. And then this time it's going to be flat against the cake, kind of angled like that. And we're going to start up here, and we're going to be making loops all the way around. They're called swags.
Swags. I do have a lot of swag. Okay. So straight across, down?
Down, right? A little bit. Yep. You got it. You're doing it. Okay. Not that far down.
Okay.
Not that far down.
Gotcha. Yeah. My drapery has to go a little bit. All right, cool.
You got it. Look at that.
Wow, okay.
No, you're doing it. You are doing it. I swear. Okay.
All right.
So now we're going to do that like 5 more times.
Got you. Gotta get my focus going. See, I think in some ways, me being a visual artist gives me a good hand, you know, to be able to be steady. So that's one thing that's given me a slight, confidence.
Right. No, you're doing really good. I love like teaching people because I can always see like the progress from the beginning to the end. Like, look how you started, and then,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're doing great, I promise. Especially it's your first time,
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Why is it moving?
Here, I got you.
Okay.
So for me personally, I know no matter what I do, I want to leave a legacy, you know?
Yes.
I want to leave a legacy for my future family and as well for, you know, other people to look back on and you know, like there are certain things where when I think of Aubree Danielle, I want them to think of this. So what is that for you in your art?
Man, I just think for me, it's just the fact that I loved to just create. I think whether it be creating through painting, creating through my public performances, through poetry, creating, you know, just in different ways. You know, I think just the fact that I just have such that urge, and I think just that gift of wanting to create and make things. I think I want people to know that and know that I was authentic in doing that.
Yeah.
And I was just being 100% me.
Got you.
So I think that's like kind of like the thing I want to leave behind, and just knowing hopefully it can inspire people to be themselves and you know, be authentic to who they are and what passions they want to pursue, and you know, hopefully if it's a creative endeavor in a creative passion or a creative career, they can look to my work as hopefully inspiration, and they can learn from it too.
Amazing. And what would you say to any up and coming artists who are trying to get where you are?
Just be yourself. I'd say just be yourself, because especially in today's time, there's so many artists that quite frankly can do what you do, you know, and you have to really try to be as authentic as you can. And I think everyone is. So don't focus on what's trending. Don't focus on who's the most popular artist and just do what they're doing. You know what I mean? Just find out what makes you unique and find ways to highlight those qualities of yourself in your work. I think you did that beautifully, you know.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. And I feel like for my artistry, I really try to showcase what I love most, which is, you know, the concepts of black culture, the concepts of love, you know, of the loss of love, that sort of thing. And I really try to stay authentic with myself in those ways. And I think for anyone who wants to just pursue art, I think what makes you stand out more is just being uniquely you. Sounds kind of cliche, but
no, I get it, because
I think it works.
You didn't invent art, you didn't invent painting. You know, it's been around forever, but you know, there's only one you. There's only one Shaylen Nelson. So you know, you gotta put yourself in everything that you do.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, we're all done.
You were all done? Okay,
we're
cool.
all done with our cake designs. Yay.
Yes.
Did you enjoy the process?
Oh, I did. I learned a
Good.
lot. I had a lot of fun. This is my artistry in cake form. You know, first time in cake form. But I'm really proud of this. I'm proud of it.
You should be.
I'm happy to have you as a teacher for this too. You know, it was a journey, but we got here.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, we're about to get on to the best part, which is tasting the cake. I'm excited for that too.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. And like, I don't know. Yeah. Like I said earlier, it matches
your tattoo, right?
Same. Look at that. Wow. Yeah. Cool. Even more of a reason that we need to eat this.
Right. Exactly. Now we're on to the best part, which is cutting the cake. I'm super excited.
I'm excited too.
Like I said, I love chocolate. I know you do as well. Was there a reason, like, specifically that you chose this flavor?
I think it's a nice classic flavor. I've always been a fan of. Oh wait, can I see the? Oh, so yeah, man, that slice is nice. I've always been a fan of like the Costco chocolate cakes, like just how rich it is.
Well, this is better than Costco chocolate cake. I can tell you that.
I know it is. I can tell in my soul. This looks phenomenal. But yeah, I've always just loved chocolate cakes. So yeah, I'm excited for this.
Okay. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, so is it best to get like a little bit of everything, and do I get like the chocolate?
Chocolate in the middle, buttercream. This is the same exact thing as what's in the middle, so might as well
Gotcha.
just get the middle.
Got you.
See the caramel.
Okay, get some of this. The caramel. Did I get some of the? Yeah. Okay.
I think you did. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit more cake because I have like a lot of buttercream.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Good.
Amazing. Yeah.
Chocolate cake just makes me so happy. Like, it's just the best. And the salted caramel, so good.
This was like the perfect way to top off my week.
You get to take a whole one home.
Yeah.
And eat it with a fork if you want to.
This is my birthday gift.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! Happy birthday!
Thank you. This is my birthday cake.
That's also, that was kind of my inspiration for this as well. I was like, oh, we can make your birthday cake. But yeah, happy birthday to you. You turned 26.
26.
26. Amazing. Okay. Well, that was very yummy.
Yeah.
I wanted to end off this video by presenting you with some flowers.
Oh my gosh, thank you
These
so
are for
much.
you. You're welcome.
Oh.
I think it's really important to give people their flowers while they're still here.
Yeah.
And so these are for you. These are just a thank you for being on my show. Thank you for coming out here and doing this with me. I hope you enjoyed it.
I did. Thank you so much, Aubree.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can follow along my journey at cakeandcompany_ on Instagram, as well as Aubree's Cakery on Instagram. And please follow my friend Shaylen at
Shaylen on Instagram. It's shaay.all.daay. So Shaylen.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
See you guys.